as well too, where I went down for Carnival to do something in the Antigua Carnival as well. So those are the places that I've gone and performed.
Were you well received?
Yeah, but it was not as an individual artist. It was as part of a group, right? It was as part of a group.
How do you treat with competition in terms of course the islands are different and each one has its own thing which we established. In terms of soca, I know that, for example in Trinidad you have the Bajan Invasion and it's a friendly camaraderie kind of. But in terms of the jazz genre, what's the competition like in top?
I don't know if there's competition. It doesn't really happen.
No.
It doesn't happen. The calypso is the unifying language. Thank you. within the
Like the cricket.
within the Caribbean, calypso is that. Jazz is not that. To a lesser extent, reggae, but calypso is that thing that bonds us all together. But the same thing can happen with jazz, and the same thing can happen with other forms of music. But the mindset is calypso.
The English speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, English speaking, yeah.
Mindset is calypso.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, just wanted to introduce you to one of the members of the Best of Barbados, lined up for the 2003 Barbados Jazz Festival, drummer and percussionist, one of our very best musicians in Barbados, one of them, James Lovell.
Noise maker.
Howard Cameron from the Jamaica there. We're talking earlier, Ian, about Eddie Grant being here. He must be here for a reason. He's been here for the last, I think, 10 years?
20 years.
20 years, right. He has Ice Records, which has a massive catalog of Caribbean music. Now, here that the Rolling Stones and other people are coming to record there. Sly and Robbie would have been as famous as Eddie Grant as producers. And they still get calls from big groups, including No Doubt last year.
Yeah.
Now, as Eddie Grant being here, has that helped you guys as musicians, exposure?
Well, I can only speak for myself, and I think my case is different. I was working with Eddie Grant from 1983, recording stuff. Yeah. There's, I don't know if you call it a stigma. I think people think Eddie is more difficult to work with than he is. I mean, he's worked with a core group who happen to be friends, like Gabby, Grainer, and those guys are all friends, and those are the people that he worked with. He worked with Square One as well. But there's some myth as to what goes on up there, I think.
More like mystery. Not mystery.
It is.
Because
It's
I've
strange.
never gone.
It's strange. It's strange.
Even
I mean, Eddie is
gone
right there in St. Philip, and people don't go up there.
But he has a big, he has said the most influential people in his catalog, Kitchen and all those guys.
Yeah.
Is he into the contemporary stuff here?
He does things his way, yeah, but again, he doesn't really record the contemporary stuff. No.
Do you see anytime the contemporary stuff making a break here? Like some of the dancehall guys in America?
I still have a problem with what the guys are doing, to tell the truth. I mean, they're not writing songs. I feel if you don't write a song, you can't get a hit. So, but if you start writing songs,
yeah, and they sample a lot too.
Huh?
They sample a lot.
Yeah. And then I understand there's like 66 studios in Barbados. 66 studios. Yeah. Everybody can buy a computer now,
Yeah, that's it. That is the same thing in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Anybody can buy a computer and you sample and people call you a genius.
Yeah.
In terms of piracy, because apparently, as you mentioned, in the small islands of the Caribbean, we're not a record buying public. We are not a reading public either, unless we go in the computer and download things. But do you have a problem? Because you find now that you can access things from the internet and download things on the internet. As you say, we're not a record buying public, but do you have a problem, that sort of problem, with your material?
Yeah, our material is being pirated, definitely. And there's two sides to piracy, yeah. If the people around you, the little core clientele you have, are downloading music, that means you're not selling any music home at all. if people from North America download it, I don't have a problem with it because then the music gets out there. But if people hear you're counting on to make some money and you lose that too, then you're not making any money. You know what I mean?
And the
Because
record-
Percy can get you a tour.
And the record shops sometimes they come to you say, I pay you $20, put X amount of songs on it. I know in St. Lucia it happens a lot, and they will put the best of, they'll take the best of each album, put it on a CD and sell it for $20.
Or they do that. They do that in
In
no,
St.
they don't do
Lucia,
that
yes.
here.
Yeah.
The guys who do that here, we're looking to put them in jail.
Okay. Well, right now we have a system in place because they just passed property rights laws in St. Lucia. So if you're caught doing that, they come and confiscate all your equipment.
Yeah.
Recently, that
Okay.
they've done a couple of people.
But
Like
that
that.
really-
Before it used to happen,
that really
you
hurts
download,
an
put it on
artist.
the cassette for people, the best
Really does.
of Ian Allen,
That would
get
hurt,
your
that
best
would hurt.
songs from this and put it on the cassette, and so you get the best songs. You don't get the whole album.
Yeah.
You get the best songs of the artists, and they sell it for $20
Yeah,
on a cassette.
That hurts because
It hurts.
on average, okay, this average. On average, you pay $2,000 to get a song produced. Yeah, that's an average price. Some of them more expensive, and they're less expensive. So if you put in 10 songs on an album, yeah, that's $20,000 in songs already. That's not artwork or CDs. Actually getting CDs, right? So this is say $40,000 to get your product out there. $40. And then a guy copies his stuff, puts it on his own thing, and sells for $20. Well, yours in the shop for $35.
Yeah.
You understand
And
what's
lately,
happening?
lately we had people with CD burners, private CD burners, that
Yeah,
were burning
yeah,
things
yeah.
to people.
That's
and then-
nothing. Anybody can
I
do it.
myself have bought a $20 CD of Mariah Carey, and somebody just $20 is played on the radio.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, I'll do it for you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Is it frustrating? Anytime somebody hears about music from the Caribbean, it's Barbados, Trinidad, and so on, say the thing is soca. You guys are into creative music. Does that hurt?
Yeah, because, like I said, our musicians here can do, the musicians can play anything. But there are other people who are not musicians. I make no bones, but they're not musicians.
Tinkerers.
Who happen to either be a disc jockey on the radio or have a friend who's a disc jockey on the radio, and their music is played.
Yeah.
Right? And you didn't hear James' music on the radio yet, right?
No.
He has a CD.
Okay.
But you can hear, I won't call names, but you can hear a lot of nonsense on the radio.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you have a CD, Mr. Lowell?
Yeah, I do have a
Yes.
CD.
Mr. Alain?
Yeah, I have a CD and another one coming out soon.
Okay, I'm interested in buying it from you
No
if it's
problem.
possible,
No problem.
because I want to take your music to Venezuela, and your music, and of course, I have your music.
And I want to perform in Venezuela for sure.
Okay.
That's something I want to do.
Between Paul, Ian, and James, you guys, you came with bios this morning and copies of your CDs? Yeah, right now?
No, but I'm gonna be at time out tonight. If you guys are gonna be there, I gotta move my stuff tonight.
Let me just
That was a-
suggest one thing, and that is, at all times, especially because of the problems that you've been outlining, you need to be your own best ambassador and marketing person. Stuff like this, you never turn up without bios. And there's a young lady here, and I was very impressed with her, Rosemary. She had a very impressive looking bio, and a car, and a CD, and well packaged.
Yeah.
And I can tell you one thing, I promise you right now around this table, I'm going to get her down to Jamaica because of a jazz, that same monthly festival I'm telling you about, because we're now looking within the Caribbean for artists.
Right, that's
Yeah.
the same thing I was asking about, because I find a lot of Barbadians don't really go to Jamaica. I mean, in terms of musicians and stuff like that, you don't really know about Barbadians really going to Jamaica. We go other islands,
Well,
man.
there's,
know.
for example, Arturo.
Yeah, but I mean
Arturo
that's a splash
Tapin
band when
and
they did.
Nina,
Right.
But the thing is that one of the things I've found, and this is, whatever it is you do in life, you have to be proactive. Because a lot of times the people who we call pushy, they get ahead. They always keep promoting whatever it is they're called.
Yeah, you got
so
it.
your thing is music.
Yeah.
Make sure you package, you're ready.
I agree with
So
you.
that by the time because this young lady right now, I mean, I looked at her, what she has on the plan. I really want to hear her tonight. Okay, just to verify, she's well packaged, and based on what I've been hearing, I'm getting a feeling, oh, this is someone I could really, you know what I mean? Something is there. I just want to confirm this tonight, but I can tell you one thing. Based on the connections I have in Jamaica and what we're trying to do, I'm reading, she will come down for that one of our Jazz in the Garden series. Okay? The same thing with you guys. I mean, I know the musicians in our island. I know what they're trying to do. Therefore, with you guys, if I had material from you, I could take it back to the guys and say, hey, I got some guys up here. It's networking.
This is exactly what I was telling the, I think I was telling Stacy and the others from last year. I've been saying so. That what you should have a media package, a media kit, so that we have an idea, not just for the show itself, but prior to the show, because we do some promotions for the Barbados Jazz Festival from November until January, in which we have a quiz, and the winner is get all expenses paid trip to Barbados for the Jazz Festival, as against the rest of us who come at the invitation of the BTA. But it would be nice if you have a press kit with all the bios and everything else that we've had, like they do in St. Lucia, they promote this thing. By mind you, Paxton Bacon and these guys from BET are very much involved in the Jazz Festival in St. Lucia, which is different from the one in Barbados. But talking about the exchange, I mean, Crossfire Square One, always in St. Lucia, Alison Hines, always is, so she's a household name in St. Lucia now. Jamaica is a little further away.
She's there too. But she's there too.
Right, understand? So, and all some Barbadians come across, Gabby, Guyana, people come across to Barbados and likewise. So, but what I like to see, more of an exchange among us, the islands, not just media practitioners, but also the artists as well. I mean, just forget the politicians, leave them out of that, because they're the ones screwing up the works anyway. This is what I like to see. Like us, we come together as a family of media practitioners and we exchange each other, ideas with each other. And this is why I like coming to Barbados with the Jazz. We can meet fellow colleagues from all over. And we exchange ideas. And we sort out our problems, what we have, you know. So I would like to see the musicians. With this OECS CARICOM initiative, the politicians again are trying to promote. Whether it comes off or not is questionable. But at least it's a start, so that we can have freedom of movement, freedom of exchange, freedom of personnel and things like that. And I think it will be a good idea. We need that. Europe can come together. Why we little islands can't come together for that?
One of the things I think we need,
but work permits and all this kind of thing.
As musicians, is like a. And not that we are as musicians lazy, because I don't think we are. We do as much as we can for ourselves. But what I think we need is like an intermediary, somebody to, like, okay, like even if we're here now, right? I have some stuff, I don't have it here. I'm sure Ian has stuff he doesn't, but if there was someplace we know, but okay, if I've done a new project, I've done a new event, I can say, okay, let me get it to somebody who can distribute it for us, right? So and that is what we need, which we don't have as musicians. We don't really have that. There's nobody who
we can trust.
Right.
You have to take
The
initiative.
musicians need managers.
In Trinidad, my name is Sean Edmondson from Ebony FM.
But it's difficult
97
to be your own
Artists, they're artists, that's why.
And what we have in Trinidad are what you call media communication specialists who do a variety of things. They promote carnival shows, they do musicians and all that. And she gets around and she will get the material and she will speak to the artists and get the bios done. So that she says, okay, we need to spot somebody on, say, Radio Mona. She's your person and she gets a product to you even before the artist has even touched down. So you work with her or you work with him and he will sort out what needs to be sorted out in relation to getting the music out. Because if I tell you it's like jazz fused with calypso, that's an abstract thing. The proof of the pudding when music is concerned is actually But if you have someone, she can actually coordinate everything so that when you arrive at festivals and stuff, she's your go-between.
Yeah, we have one person as opposed to these several calls coming. I have this, I have this. You have one person saying, okay, we representing these set of artists and these bios, this,
Right. Which is what I think
there's nothing like that here. There's something like that in England as well. But it was, you can have people who actually do that.
Just last week we were trying to get a band up from Suriname called South Southwest. They recorded in Barbados with Nicholas Brandon.
Okay.
And there's something called the Caribbean Brass Festival, which is a huge event in Trinidad. 2 Saturdays before Carnival, they can host like up to 70,000 people. in one ground. They have like about 15 bands spread across the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And there's one lady there who handles the PR. You know, so she gets the band, she gets the bio, and she will get the product out to all like about 7 or 8 radio stations that will play Caribbean music at any one point in time. And it's an easier thing because sometimes you're not physically able to go and check out the band. You can have the CD arrive at your front door.
And the same thing already, bands, if you're making music and performing music, the job of getting your music to people can be your job too.
Right.
You know, because either you're going to be not doing what you're supposed to be doing, or you're just doing that and you know, you're
something is going to get lost.
By just listening to what I think is happening here, and what Michael is saying is very integral, you know, because right now the challenges that you're facing, you probably have to take that initiative initially. So when you reach
No, that's what we do. No, we do that now. I'm saying that because we don't have that, we have to do that stuff ourselves. Because we have to do
and actually, this would have been a perfect opportunity because the jazz festival, most of the journalists here are related to jazz. So this would have been a perfect opportunity for them to get that kick now, so they can take it back to their country and anything coming up. It's something that could say, I heard this person here and he's so good. Why don't you try listen to the CD and see it? Because that's right now that's the best PR you can do for yourself. Not word of mouth.
There's one
and we're witnessing.
Tourism Authority now, if you want to get those to us on your music, because we've invited all these journalists so we can get it to them while they're still here, rather than you have to worry about
when they go back,
leaving it there or when they go back. If you get it to us, your bio, your CD,
I normally have my stuff on me. But I took the stuff out of the car, I was giving something to the car, so I took all my stuff out of the car, and I just came, you know, I even have my guitar with me all the time, but that's not even with me now.
It'll be easy for you to just use us as your center.
But I'm gonna be here tonight, so I'm gonna be close the car.
That's from future. Don't walk without.
Beyond the tourist board, beyond the PR practitioners, make sure that you yourselves are looking at them. Let me tell you one thing, it's called show business. And a young entertainer said to me, it's more business than show. Okay? The whole idea is you can love this thing until whenever, but the whole idea, if you're not making a living doing it,
no point.
No point. Okay? You gotta look out for yourselves. Right? One of the other things I might suggest is that what we do at Radio One is an initiative that we started. Is out of the jazz and the garden series that we do, we record the sessions. Because we have a Jamaican content in our Just Jazz program, where every day at half an hour minimum of Jamaican artists will play the music gets featured. Okay, so we record the sessions, and right throughout the year we've been playing them continuously. So we rotate them. Okay, so again, it's because of familiarity why listeners love something.
Yeah, of course.
Keep playing it, you know, and
it grows on.
It promotes the series that we're doing. It promotes the artists. Okay, and that's how it's eventually becomes successful. So we have that, we play that, we rotate that. So.
France, we were in Germany.
Malaysia, you say, in
Yeah.
France, and where else?
Malaysia, Germany, France, Brazil. Where else did we go? We've been all over the place.
You have been before Brazil.
Oh yeah, many times.
You made a record with Brazilian songs.
I've been there many times. Yeah.
Are you satisfied of how things are going?
Yes, things are going very, very well. I have a new CD which will be released in March, and we're looking forward to big things with that CD. It's called it's called In the Name of Love. It's on the Telarc label. It's a good CD.
Is it still produced by Todd Parker?
No, Todd didn't produce this one. Jason Miles produced this one.
I know Todd quite well.
Yeah.
I invited him to Caracas, to Venezuela.
I remember.
And I see him every time I go to New York.
Yeah, yeah. I was looking forward to doing that date down there. You just wasn't able to pull it off.
I would like to have you down there, but listen, we have turns with the newspaper.
Yeah.
Things are very turbulent.
I understand, yeah.
We have to end the turbulence. Could you please be kind and write me the name of the musicians accompanying
The
you?
same ones I had last year.
I don't know the names. To write them? About the repertoire that you are going to play tonight, could you please mention a few names of the songs that you are going to sing tonight?
That's very difficult for me to do because I never know until I get into the last moment. But I'm sure I'll be putting together some things from the CDs, of course, and it'll be an interesting evening. I'll do some things that people know and a couple of tunes from the CDs, which should be very nice.
I would mention just two.
Okay, well, I'll probably do How Do You Keep the Music Playing from the CD, Michelle LeGrand Freddy, yeah, and I'll probably do one of the songs. Oh, it's a great tune on the Rio de Janeiro. It's Invitation. Yeah, I Concentrate on You. You know, things like that. Edu Lobo wrote a song called Just to Say Goodbye.
Yes.
It's a lot of great songs.
I have played all these numbers in El Idioma del Jazz in Caracas.
Yeah.
You may, I think I told you last time, my radio shows this year, it's 48 years.
Oh, really?
Yes. And it's on 3 radio stations 4 times a week. So I dedicated a program to you because for me it was one of the highlights. Unfortunately, we are not coming here tonight because the touring authority has decided to something else. But
What?
There's something that between Gilbert, Rowe, and the tourism authority, but that's the way it is. I'm very unfortunate about that because I was looking forward to this. I love singing and I'm a great fan.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah.
I still hope that when things get a little cool down in Caracas, I shall have the opportunity of inviting you to come over.
I'll see if I can get you a copy of the new CD. As soon as I finish this sound, well, they're gonna bring. I got one upstairs, and I can get it to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tell me, of all the many records that you have done, which is your favorite? Because it's like having children. There is one.
I guess my favorite one would be the first one that I did in Europe with the big band, with the Jerry Van Rooyen big band. It was called Freddy Sings, and it was with a 42-piece orchestra. And I did, a lot of standard tunes. Yeah.
With the Metropole orchestra?
Right. No, not the Metropole, but Jerry Van Rooyen is from Holland. Yeah. And he did all the arrangements and everything on it.
Good arrangement.
Yeah, great arrangement. Yeah. And I would say that's my all-time favorite one. Only because it was the first one. Yeah, it was called Freddy Sings.
What are your plans for the near future?
Well, we're going to try to ride this new record out and see what happens with it.
This will be a success, I'm sure.
Yeah, and and then we'll just keep on pushing, that's all.
Any plans of singing in Portuguese or in Spanish?
Oh, I always sing in Portuguese, We were just in Brazil last month, and I did some tunes down there, yeah. And I've come up with a couple of really good songs that I'm in the process of learning now. Yeah, some real good songs.
Who do you like? Which composers do you like in Brazil?
Oh, I like so many of them. Ivan Lins is he's one of my very dear friends. I did 2 of his songs on the new CD, in fact. And, Chico Buarque, there's so many different. Of course.
Javan.
All of them. Yeah, I know Javan very well. Yeah. I know all those guys very well.
Yeah, they're very good composers. Have you written any new songs?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I haven't.
At the time.
No, I haven't. I leave that to my son. My son is a real good writer.
Really?
Yeah.
What's his name?
His name is Lionel. Lionel. Yeah. He plays piano for Mariah Carey. He's her piano player now, and he wrote her big new hit record called "Through the Rain." He wrote the song.
Through the Rain?
Yeah, Through the Rain.
Through the Rain.
Yeah, he's co-writer with Mariah Carey on that, and it's a number one.
Are you going to play the piano as well?
Oh yeah.
Because when you go back to New York, do you have any engagement in the United States?
We just closed in New York last night. We closed in New York Sunday. Next week we're in Seattle, Washington. Then Florida. Cocoa Beach, Florida. And then after that we're in Denver, Colorado. Charlotte, North Carolina. We're all over the place.
Yes.
And then back out to Idaho for the Lionel Hampton Jazz Festival. Then up to Milwaukee, and then from there down to Sarasota. So we're all over.
Okay.
We stay pretty busy.
The name of my radio program is El Idioma del Jazz. El Idioma del Jazz. Could you please give a salute to Venezuela and to the listeners of El Idioma del Jazz?
El Idioma.
El Idioma.
El Idioma.
El Idioma del Jazz.
Hi, this is Freddy Cole, coming to you from El Idioma de Jazz.
Idioma.
Idioma, okay.
I'll try to take it so I can...
Idioma. Idioma.
It's like this. Idioma.
Idioma, okay. Okay, hi, this is Freddy Cole. When I'm in Venezuela, I listen to Idioma del Jazz. Check it out.